Hello everyone, my name is Sydney Hoyle. I attend the African American Letters English 244 Section 2, and I'm here to talk to you about how my perceptions have changed from the beginning of the semester until now in the end, and what do I feel is important for us to know, and what I will continue to use for myself as I grow throughout life. Now, to let it be known, I am a big W.E.B. Du Bois fan. I do believe in his philosophy on the talented 10th, how 1 in every 10 black men should go and further their education and to come back to their communities and to help them grow and have economic prosperity and political rights. From what I first knew about Booker T. Washington from reading his autobiography, it states that Washington just suggested that the best way to ensure progress and peace in the South for the Euro-Americans to respect African Americans' desire to improve economic opportunities and for African Americans to accept the Euro-Americans' desire for social separation of the races. So that automatically told me for the newly freed slaves to put down their pride, as he says, cast down your butt, and to accept what the larger white community said and how they treated the newly freed slaves, and to stick to what we knew, as in the labor work, the housework, cooking and cleaning, and tending to the master's every hand and feet. But I perfectly understood where W.E.B. Du Bois is coming from in the souls of black folk. How he stated, it startled the nation to hear a Negro advocating such a program after many decades of bitter complaint. And of course, he also says the South interpreted it in different ways. The radicals received it as a complete surrender of demand for civil and political equality. Completely understandable where W.E.B. Du Bois is coming from. But after reading through Passing of Grandison, if you have not read it, the novel is about Grandison is a slave and Master Dick owned slaves. Well, his father owned slaves, and he wanted to free a slave only to win the heart of a lady that he desired. So he's on a mission to free Grandison. But Grandison plays as he's a loyal servant, that he doesn't want to be free because of what he knows about free slaves. They didn't have anywhere to stay, no one to protect them, no one to feed them. But as he was traveling to New York and all these different places up north, he stayed loyal. He stayed with Master Dick. He still played as in he was a loyal servant, that he wasn't going anywhere. Master Dick even took him to Canada where he couldn't do nothing to him. He was a free slave in Canada. And Grandison still played as a loyal servant. But Master Dick gave up and he left Grandison where he was. Master Dick got back home and Colonel wasn't playing that. So when Master Dick comes home without Grandison, Colonel takes off to go after and find to see where he is. Long story short, he brings Grandison back. Grandison tells him how he got lost in the woods. The slave catchers was trying to catch him, and he broke away, and he just turned his back towards the Northern Star, and that's how he got back, and that's how the Colonel found him stranded. Of course, Master Dick was just so confused. How did Grandison get back? Why? So, by the end of the novel, Grandison gets his whole intermediate family and goes. Where does he go? Colonel and Master Dick get back to the house. Grandison and all of his family is gone, so they go out to find them because that's property. They weren't just going to let them go free. So when they finally find Grandison and his family, they're on a boat heading straight to Canada. So what I got from that was Booker T. Washington didn't say just to stick to what we knew. It's the fact that there was a plan the whole time. Let the larger white community think what they want to think, and we have a master plan to prosper in the end. We don't have to always voice what we say. We don't have to always voice what we're going to do. Just play the role, but have another alternative behind it. So, what I feel like is important for us black people to know, and what's important for us to continue, W.E. Boyce was a more assertive philosopher, but to combine both of them together, that's how the African American community can grow, can prosper, and have political power. So, what I feel is important in our generation today is to keep both of them in mind. I always, like I said, when I first came into the class, I had my own perceptions on Booker T. Washington. But now, leaving out, I'm glad that I have a better understanding of what he means, and I can apply that to my life. Because I always wanted to be outspoken and say what I wanted to say and be so assertive. But then it gets to a point where you have to calm down, let people think what they want to think, but you have your alternative goal. And that's important for us to all know. So for the people who have not taken this class or probably plan on not taking this class, it's important to know who you are, where you come from, and have your alternative goal no matter what other people say. And you will prosper in life. Thank you.